Hey guys, welcome back to this week's video. Check it out. Hey guys, welcome back. We are back with Workshop Wednesday again, and today what have we got? A Hyundai.
Hyundai. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the back because I don't know what Hyundai is.
No, iX.
Hyundai ix35.
I thought it was an iX35. I was going to say that.
These seem to be quite a good car, to be honest. You maintain them, they seem to last. We look after a few, pretty good. Unfortunately, as I say, still didn't know what it was, but we look after a few. Anyway, this one's come in with, they complained that the engine's a bit noisy, a bit rattly. He's topped the engine oil up, and since then it's been okay. So I just had a quick look around with the customer, and a couple of the things I noticed were this cam sensor is leaking, which is causing oil right the way down the engine. We'll show you underneath in a minute. So I'm going to pop that out, put a new seal on for him. But when you look in here, you can see that that's quite sludgy. Yeah, and then if you look down there, don't ever need a light. You need a light for that?
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
So if you look in there, that is also looking very sludgy. Oh, there you go. There's the sludge.
It looks more like paint.
Yeah, so this, yeah, that's not good. That's all sludge. So what I recommend with this one is basically we'll start with an oil change. You can put flushes in these. My worry about using some of the flushes that are out there is that basically you're thinning the oil that thin on the shells and things like that that can potentially cause damage. So it's not something I recommend. If the customer wants me to do that, I will, and I'll put that to him. But obviously there is that possibility it can cause damage. My main thing with this one would be, I'll whiz out the oil filter now and show you, but to do an oil change and basically do another one in a couple of months. That's my thoughts behind this one. But what's caused this? So he said that he hasn't serviced it in a couple of years. Basically, the reason we recommend to service them is one, as we were saying in the last video, the DPFs block, things like that. But it also clogs up all the engine and causes sludge and everything. So this is more than likely caused down to lack of servicing. That's why we recommend, if you're looking at a vehicle, try and make sure it's got full service history or as good as full service history.
It shows someone's taking care, doesn't it?
Yeah. The last service in this service book was at 70,000 miles and this one's on 116. So the question is, has it been serviced in between? I don't know. I can only go off what they tell me. But yeah, I'll show you that oil filter. Let's see how much oil actually comes out of it. He did say he's topped this one up. But yeah, let's just see if any sludge comes out or anything like that. Unfortunately, the front of this under tray won't come undone, the bolts are seized. So rather than resulting in broken bolts, it's easier to just pop the under tray back a little bit.
Just means you've got to sit there and hold it, that's all.
Unfortunately, yes. So he's got a bit of an oil leak as well. I'll show you where that's coming from. Okay, so I've undone the oil filter, so we just pop it up. It was very tight.
Ooh.
Look at that. That is completely clogged. No wonder this engine was rattling. I think he's been very lucky here. So we'll just show you a new one so you can see what it's meant to look like.
Even I know what that's supposed to look like. Ah.
Put that there. Need you for this one, Robin. Take that out of the box. So that's a nice new one. That's this one. Not looking too good. Right, let's get this serviced and then we'll recommend to get it back in a few weeks and we'll change the oil again and potentially put a flush in there.
Follow us now if you're into classic builds, real garage graft and the occasional bit of regret.
Okay, so we've drained the oil. This is what's come out. There's meant to be 5.3 litres in these. I can't see there being 5.3 and he's already topped that up. But basically that is thick, obviously black. But so in the bottom of the oil filter housing, you can see, we can see down there. I'll move my hand out the way, you might. There, this plastic is broken. It's not the end of the world, but obviously it's there for a reason. So we will advise that that piece is actually, show you.
I think standing this side works better.
Give me a second. So that piece is actually part of the oil filter housing, but it's absolutely stuck in there solid. So this needs a new oil filter housing really, but we can get it back together for now and we can advise that. That is absolutely solid, and if I pull it out and break it even more, it's not going back together. Oh, that's not nice in there. So yeah, so something to look out for. Okay. When you're looking at purchasing a car, I would obviously keep an eye on service history, make sure it's been done. Some of the simple checks for yourself when you're looking, I would check the dipstick, check that the oil is reasonably clean. Obviously a diesel is always going to be black, but it's more how thick it feels, and also you can smell it to see if there's any diesel dilution in there. So basically if it's a diesel and the DPF's not regenerating properly, what they do is they top the oil level up, makes it really thin, but then the next thing is it comes up on the dash is over full. We have had a Mitsubishi ASX where the diesel, they over-injected doing regens and basically topped the engine oil up. It went for an MOT. Obviously on an MOT you are meant to check the oil before you test the vehicle. This garage didn't do that and the engine ran on the MOT and basically they cut it off, but it destroyed the inside of the engine. Engine was knackered. So that's another thing to kind of keep a lookout for. That's why I say if you do dip it, one, make sure it seems reasonably clean, smell it, make sure there's no diesel contamination in there, because I say that will cause damage. And the other one is to make sure what level it's on. Obviously on this one, you're looking, so it's got the 2 dots here, so that's your empty mark, and you'd want it to be in between them dots really, and obviously that's your full. Anything below there is a sign, one, it hasn't been getting maintained, and two, that the engine oil is probably using it. So yeah, just a couple of things. The other one is obviously when you're checking it over and you open the bonnet, I would have a look around. If you start seeing broken clips and things not bolted on properly, we had a Ford Ranger in recently and there was lots of bits that weren't bolted on properly.
Or zip tied together.
Yeah, that shows that not a massive amount of care has been taken when it's had work, and the question is, what work has it had and why did it need that? If you're looking at something that's got a brand new turbo, the likelihood is there's sludge inside, it's blocked the oil ways to the turbo, and that's why the turbo's gone. So then the next thing is people put a new turbo on it, you go and buy it going, great, it's had a new turbo, but what hasn't happened is they haven't decoked the engine and cleaned it all through.
It's crazy to think that the colour of oil is that when you put it in, and how disgusting it is by the end.
Oh, it'll be black and I tell you what we'll do is we'll put this oil in now, we'll start it and we'll show you the colour on the dipstick. And that's where I was saying, you know, if you're buying a diesel, realistically, the oil is never going to be clean.
No.
But yeah, we'll show you that. So yeah, nice clean oil in. So wrap it off. Put the sensor up. Oh, look at that.
How is that sensor reading anything?
Yeah, but where's the O-ring? There's an O-ring there. That, it's gone hard. So yeah, we'll clean that up. We'll clean all the sensor and we'll get a nice new O-ring on there. Yeah. I like talking off. But if you listen to it, that's not bad. That's not bad considering that it's not oil.
No.
What we will show you.
The oil.
Have a look at the colour of this oil. Literally, you've just seen me run it there, what, 20 seconds ish? Oh, I don't like that one.
Just to warn you, that one's got a spider on it.
Ah! It's on the floor now, it's you. Climbing up your leg.
I'm not bothered by spiders. Wow.
Look how black that is already.
But is that because it's mixed with whatever's still in there?
It is. It is. But any diesel car, that's
filthy.
what happens straight away. Petrol car, not as much. Doesn't get the same carbon. It doesn't carbon up as much. Yeah. So, right, let's have a look at fixing this oil leak for him because, well, in fact, do you want to have a look?
Yep.
So to me, I reckon the O-ring's completely broken on this. Just helps if we have the right size.
We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next episode. See you next time.